Heading into Christmas, we thought we would rank our top 10 Christmas films. So, Adam, you actually put this down on printed paper.
It is indeed in our third Sunday Times best-selling book, How to Survive the School Year, in the Countdown to Christmas chapter. You've got the other Mr. P's top 10 Christmas movies. There she
Which
is.
makes for the perfect stocking filler for any magical teacher, school staff member, or anyone, or any parent who wants to know how to best survive the school year.
Number 10 is The Muppets Christmas Carol.
Oh, that is low.
Yeah.
That is criminally low. 10 for me is The Holiday, and mainly because it's my wife's favourite Christmas film. Seeing Jude Law, and hence why I am, modelling my winter attire like Jude Law, can lead to a special present for me, if you will, by watching The Holiday with my wife.
Writing in the book, I'm a straight married man, but Jude Law in this movie had me seriously questioning everything in my life. 9 is Die Hard.
That's my number 8. We'll establish right now about Die Hard. It is a Christmas film.
Takes place on Christmas Eve. It's at a Christmas party. There's ho 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 on the guy who gets murked in the lift. Nah, it's 1000% a Christmas movie.
Number 9 for me is The Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
That is a disgrace. So number 8
you're number 8.
is T's Miracle on 34th Street.
I'm going to be controversial here with Miracle on 34th Street. Boring.
7 is The Holiday.
Right, my number 7 is Arthur Christmas. There's not many films that have been released this side of the millennium that would make a top 10 list, but I genuinely think that's up there. It's classic.
At number 6 is Put the Cookie Down. Jingle All the Way.
I ummed and ahed about this, but it would just miss out. It got it number 11. What's funny about Jingle All the Way when you watch it as an adult is how did no one realise he was Turbo Man? He's the only person in the whole film that has an Austrian accent.
Yeah.
And the kid doesn't even pick up on the fact is
Where
that
he's like,
it's
"Jamie."
Turbo time. My number 6, Scrooged with Bill
Wow.
Murray.
Good film.
I absolutely love that film.
In at 5, I'm going Love Actually.
Number 5 for me is Muppets Christmas Carol.
Okay.
Now, this is one of the only films I think that when I watched as a kid, I liked it, but actually as an adult, I love it. So most films I rewatch as an adult is nowhere near as good as when I watched it as a kid. Whereas I think Muppets Christmas Carol is probably one of the only few films that I actually enjoy more as an adult than I did a kid.
In at 4, I'm going Home Alone.
Low.
I'm going Home Alone.
In at 4 for me is Elf. So it's one that I've definitely come back to with the kids.
Elf dances its way right into my number 3 spot.
Number 3 for me is Love Actually. It's quite high. Even though I accept the fact it's not stood the test of time, there are certain parts of it that are questionable. There's not a more heartbreaking scene in any Christmas film than
the Emma Thompson scene.
The Joni Mitchell necklace. Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
Number 2, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
I've gone Home Alone at number 2, Home Alone 2 at number 1. It's one of the few films where the sequel's just as good, if not better, which is a rarity, hence gets a few extra points from me.
And the other rarity is that you actually see Piers Morgan do a good deed.
Every Christmas, that meme comes out. Breaking news, Piers Morgan has to admit he did not star in Home Alone 2.
My number 1 is Tim Allen's The Santa Claus. That was peak for me.
But do you not think it gets tainted with the fact they brought out loads of sequels that just never lived up?
I don't,
like that's
because you could say that about Home Alone.
If it's not got Macaulay Culkin, it can't be legit. Now I know this video is going to probably get a lot of negativity because there have been some ridiculous omissions. For example, no Grinch and no It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, it's tough, but I'd say I'm happy with my list. And anyone who disagrees, what are you going to do about it? Merry Christmas.